Okay, we just got back from our little entertainment and cultural event.
Mon Pablo.
Oh, it was so good. A pianist that did all kinds of things, including dancing. Well,
And he
now,
played the piccolo, and that reminded me that when Leah Ann was in probably about the 5th or 6th grade, why she started playing flute. We actually bought her a flute. She was really, really good with it, and she had some private lessons and did so well with it and really enjoyed playing the flute. The flute is a very hard instrument to play, but she certainly did well with it. Let's see, in the previous recording I got to where she was in junior high. She had the accident. She went to high school. She did very well in high school and had
she was
good
a
friends.
homemaker person, too.
And when she was a senior in high school, she was given the chance to go take a test to become Betty Crocker future homemaker. And she was bored with the class she was in. It was a way of getting out of class, and so she went and took the test, and she placed first in the high school. Did
She
very
was
well.
always good at taking tests of any kind.
Yeah, she was brilliant. By that time, though, she had met a good-looking young man named John Pacheco that she was really smitten with. And they went together for over a year. And then in February of her senior year, she and John got married. And so when Leanne was supposed to go to the state future homemaker of America, they didn't let her go because she was no longer a future homemaker. She was married. And at the time that she was given this honor, why her picture was in the paper and everything, but they wouldn't let her go to the state because she had gotten married. And she and John had some good years. They had Tony just after they had been married just over 9 months, and then a couple years later they had Kevin, and then they had Andrew, and then Jonna. So they gave us 4 beautiful, beautiful grandchildren. And Leah Ann and John bought a camper, and they went a lot of trips with us to Lake Powell and to Bear Lake, and we had some really good time camping together. And then John had some problems, and eventually they ended up getting divorced, and Leah Ann was alone for a few years. She had taken realty classes and aced out and was becoming a very fine realtor and doing very well at it. And then she went to a social club on her birthday, and there was another group there that was celebrating another person's birthday, and they decided that the two ought to meet. And so Leah Ann met Gary Kruger, and they were very attracted to each other right away. And they have had many wonderful years together. They were married in Hawaii, and Gary has been really great with the kids and the love of Leah Ann's life. And Leah Ann just continued on in real estate until she became a broker, and now she's a broker of a very large firm, Coldwell. And then when Coldwell merged with another unit, why she became the broker of the consolidated one, and she has had a very, very good career. She's done a lot of good work with Make-A-Wish Foundation, and all of those who work with her just seem to think the world of her and just love her, and they just can't say enough good about her. They have a beautiful home and a very good life. Leah Ann keeps a good track of her kids, and she just adores her grandchildren. Tony has Nika, and Leah Ann spends a lot of time with Nika, and she'd spend a lot more time with Jonna's two daughters, Allie and Sierra, but they live up in Liberty Lake, Washington, and she doesn't get to see them too often. But Jonna comes down every once in a while, and Leah just really adores her grandchildren. She goes up there sometimes, and sometimes Leah and Tony and Jonna take a trip together. They went to New York to see Broadway shows together. They've just become very, very close. And so they have a very good life. They have John and his children have mended fences, and so he's close to them too, and that's good. He has a wonderful wife now, but it took John, about 4 marriages to finally get it right, and he's changed drastically, and it's good because it's good for the kids. But
So tell also,
Leah and Gary really have a good marriage. A beautiful home, great life.
great. Tell also what each of the what Tony is doing these days for a living, and Jonna and so forth.
Okay, Tony has her college degree, and she is in charge of what is called is it the Blue Book? She,
It's
I don't know how
elderly
to-
resources.
Yes, it's resources for the elderly, and she does a really good job with it. She has a very, very good career. Kevin is married to Tracy. Oh, Tony is married to Mike, and they have Nika. And Kevin is married to Tracy, and he is a concierge at a hotel downtown, and he's quite liking what he's doing right now. And Andrew has a very well-paying job, and he's all over the world all the time. Right now he's living in Houston, Texas, and he's just really enjoying life. He gets to go all over, has a great
Tell me
time.
he's not married.
He is not married,
At this point, he'd like to be, I think.
and he'll be home for Christmas. I'm really glad for that. We'll get to see him. We haven't seen him for a long time. And Jonna got her college degree in nursing, and she is a very fine nurse and has taken some real honors, even a national honor in nursing. And she is married to Scott Tate, and they are living in Liberty Lake, Washington, and they have 2 children. They have Allie and Sierra, and they're just darling little girls.
And I think Jonna works in the ER.
No, she changed jobs, and I can't
More patients.
remember offhand quite what it is she's doing now.
She's just so smart. She could be anywhere in the whole
she could
hospital.
Well, and she's not working in the hospital. She's doing something a
Really?
little different.
Different
It
than I
was,
thought. Okay, sorry.
but she's very happy and likes it where they're at, and she and Scott get along really well, and they're doing very, very, very good. Haven't seen the latest little baby.
Tell me her husband's taking over business of his dad. And
Yeah, he's working in a business with his dad up
And-
in Liberty Lake and doing really well. Okay, now I'm going to have her turn this off because I do not like doing a recording like this. I would rather have a script in front of me, the pictures in front of me, and read off of it so there's no hem-haws.
Okie dokie,
ands,
folks.
and
We'll
da-da-dee-da.
talk to you a little bit later.
I got to